Hey, good morning. Derrick Moore again, Operations Chief with the Southern Area Blue Team. Thank you for the prayers. They're being heard. There's rain in the air, not as much as we'd like to have yet, but hopefully some more on the way. So thank you for that. Let's give you a rundown of where we're at on the Table Rock fire and the Pim Ridge fire. We'll start over here on Table Rock, right by our reservoir. Again, just to reiterate, this section through here, I know there's a lot of clutter on the map, but um, from the reservoir on down to this corner in here, we've had a lot of hard work done. We're rolling this in. We're coming up into like a patrol status, moving these resources elsewhere because a lot of this ground here is pretty much done. We're going to maintain a patrol and continue to watch it for the duration as long as we're here, however. In the southwest corner of the fire, and actually coming up with the whole west side. So what we did yesterday, and I think I mentioned it yesterday morning, was a burnout operation, and the idea was this fire was backing towards our dozer line that you see right here. So we helped it out yesterday. We had the perfect conditions, and we have some exceptional people yesterday that we were actually able to bring this fire down and fire it out and bring it out to the dozer line. So our fire perimeter is actually out here now, tied into all of our dozer line. And what that does, especially with the rain coming in, is that it gives us good solid black next to that mineral fuel break that firefighters can work, and we're not left with fire burning out here in the middle somewhere that we can't monitor. We're not sure what it's doing with the weather. This was a great improvement yesterday, so we're excited about that. And today we're going to continue to kind of hold that, mop up that. We'll monitor that as long as we're here. Coming around the horn here into Division Zulu, where we go over to North Carolina. So this fire kind of it ran up to this ridge top on the state line, and then it just kind of slopped over on the other side. And on the other side, it doesn't quite have the topography to make it want to move really fast, especially with the weather conditions that we've got now. We've got more opportunities to go direct. And up here we've got, it's just a lot of, it's like it's a 10,000 piece puzzle that we've got to put together. Just a lot of little line segments that it's either a piece of road or a dozer line or that sort of thing. We just got to connect the dots up there. But with the weather conditions like it is, we can go very much direct, and we're feeling good about getting this done. It's just going to take a lot of work to get there. So this area in here, our Division Delta on the fire, this northeast corner, this is where we still have movement, and this is where we had a bit of movement yesterday out here towards the north and east. We're working on getting the map updated now. Still a good ways from the 276 corridor. However, we're at the point, we're kind of at the scenario here that we avoided on this side. The scenario here is that with the rain and the weather coming in, it's going to mitigate this fire activity. So in all likelihood, this fire is going to kind of park itself for a few days. And so now we got to figure out, okay, what's the plan from here? How does that change our plan? What's the new strategy? What new opportunities present itself? And what are the new barriers if we're not able to get that fire to better ground that we can work, then what's our limitations where it's at now? Those are the answers that we're coming to at this time. With this continual movement, the branch 2 resources, this fire is getting in better shape, so those structure protection resources can actually lean in and help the Table Rock fire with structure protection and a presence along this corridor here. So increased guard right here just because this is still uncontained fire. So a lot of focus being put in here right now, and we'll keep you posted there. So then our Persimmon Ridge fire, get a little bit more black on the mountain today. We're going to be adding some more. That footprint I feel like is pretty much where it's going to be. I don't anticipate additional fire spread, especially with the weather we've got for the next several days. We're going to continue to mop that up. We're going to continue to monitor. We got some slash piles we got to mitigate, and then even in places on here we're even able to, our dozer lines and all that. We've got some water barn and things to do, some soil stabilization with the rain coming in. We'll actually be able to begin some of that work. So that's a huge plus. And, aviation wise, with the weather today and the low clouds, we may not be able to fly the assets that we've flown before. However, with the mitigated weather, we may not need those assets like we did before. So that's okay. And we're fine with that. Um, that's the current update. And that's, I feel like that's where we're going to be for the next several days. We'll see what this wet pattern does for you. We'll reevaluate daily, constantly, and see where we go from here. We'll be sure to keep you updated. Again, my name is Derrick. Thank you so much for all the community support. Good gosh, it is amazing here at ICP. Thank you for that, and I hope you have a great day.